Save all your coins. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Ashley and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be doing a dupes video, which I'm pretty excited about because I did really take my time to sit down and dupe some new products on the market. While there are some cult favorites in there, there are many more new products than that of old products, so hopefully you guys appreciate that. I also wanted to let you guys know that I am filming this video in collaboration with Lizzie from What Would Lizzie Do here on YouTube. She will be filming her top drugstore picks over on her channel, so be sure to check her out. I'll have all of her info linked down below so that way you guys can go over there, tell her Ashley sent you, and subscribe, of course. Also, speaking of subscribing, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking that button. It's free. And also don't forget to click that bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 3 times a week, every single week. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you don't want to miss it, okay? You don't want to miss it. With that, let's get into these dupes. Before we begin, I did want to kind of put out there that everybody has their own definition of dupes, whether that is formula, color, or color story, whatever the case may be. Just know I have a mixture of all of those things within this video. So the first product I want to talk about is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Protective Primer. You guys saw me haul this in my last Sephora haul, and it retails for $52. Let me just say that is crazy expensive, and I never thought I would get to the point where I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna spend $52 on a primer, but in my defense, I did get it on the 20% off VIB Rouge sale, and that's the only reason I picked it up, because I got a little discount. But this is pretty much what the product looks like. It is a solid formula. It does have a very nice herbal scent to it. The scent is light. I say it's nice because I really don't mind scents, but if you do not like scents, that may be a very big turnoff for you. It is very, very light, but it is still an herbal scent, if you get my drift. It also is a solid formula, as you can see, but when you take your finger and you pick up some of the product, it does turn into more of a very velvety, whipped formula. I also love that it is a smoothing primer, and upon application it really just blurs out the skin in such a beautiful way. It feels very, very silky smooth on the skin, and honestly I love the way it sits underneath my foundation. Now this does have skincare properties to it, so it is going to get rid of any clogged pores and also help prevent breakouts. So I found a very great alternative to the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I'm talking about the Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Primer. Now I have talked about this on my channel before. It retails for $6.99, and literally it does the exact same thing. It's going to smooth out the pores and also give you more of a very silky texture on the skin. The only difference between that of this and also the Tatcha primer is that the Catrice one is more of like a mousse texture. So think about taking the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and just like mixing it up into more of like a creamy mousse formula. This is definitely more of a solid right now, but when you work your fingers into this product, it does turn into that very whipped moussey formula. Also, this has properties like skincare properties to unclog any of your pores and also help with breakouts, and the Catrice one doesn't have that. This is $6.99 and this is $52, but honestly when you put them on the skin they feel the exact same. So great alternative to that of the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I do have another primer I want to talk to you guys about, and while I know the Becca Backlit Priming Filter isn't a new release for Becca, I still very much wanted to include it in this video because while I was browsing Target the other week, I did find a spot on dupe for it by Physicians Formula. This is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. Oh my god. When I tell you this is a spot on dupe for the one from Becca, it's a spot on dupe, honey. I couldn't believe it. Let me just say this Spotlight Primer by Becca is bomb. Literally, it gives the most beautiful glow to the skin without looking greasy or glittery, which I personally really like. As you can see in this side-by-side comparison, the one from Becca and the one from Physicians Formula look almost identical. It's seriously unreal. Now you can wear these both underneath makeup, or you can mix them in with your foundation. You can wear them alone. You can do pretty much whatever you want with these. They just give you the most beautiful glow. And I personally feel like the one from Physicians Formula is a really great alternative to the one from Becca for $38. This next dupe is probably gonna blow your panties off. Let me just say that. Now, I did find an exact dupe for the Amarie highlighter. Now, we all know there's no denying that this highlighter is extremely breathtaking. Like, this is a beautiful light gold highlighter, but right now it is sold out on the ABH website. So even if you wanted to spend the $28 on this highlighter, you couldn't because it's sold out. Now, I did find a very, very, very good dupe, like spot on dupe for it. This right here is the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise. Now, I am well aware that this is a duo, so I'm not talking about this shade. I'm more so talking about this shade right here, which is the light gold shade. As you can see, like 2 swipes up and down on the highlighter, foiled. And what I love is that it really just melts into the skin and it gives off such a beautiful natural finish. Do you see how reflective that looks on my hand? In comparison to the Amarie highlighter, however you say it, they look identical on the skin. Like, I almost feel like the one from Pixi is a lot better in formula. It's just a lot creamier than that of the one from ABH. So take your pick. This one by Pixi is $18, so it is only like a $10 difference, which I know isn't all that much, but considering the one from ABH is sold out, I think it is a really, really good steal. This next dupe is a lip liner dupe from Jouer. Now, I really love Jouer's long wearing lip pencils, but they retail for $16, which I feel like is very expensive for a lip liner. Like, one lip liner, $16. Do you know how many drugstore lip liners I could buy with $16? Like 4. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the formula of their long wearing lip pencils. They're extremely creamy and pigmented. They glide on the lips like a dream. They don't tug and they don't feel over drying. But again, $16, and I don't feel like they're easily accessible. You either have to buy them online or you have to go into Nordstrom in the event that they even have them in Nordstrom. Long story short, I was going through my collection and I did find a color dupe for this lip liner in the shade Fawn, and that is the NYX Suede matte lip liner in the shade London. You guys have seen me use this lip color in the past, and it is just a really beautiful warm matte fawn color. So that's what the NYX one looks like swatch on my hand. In comparison to the one from Jouer, it is literally a spot on color dupe. It's almost unreal how similar these shades are. I will say the one from Jouer gives off a little bit more of a shine when it reflects off the light, and the one from NYX is extremely matte. But for the same color, I would much rather get the one from NYX. This one retails for $4 and the one from Jouer is $16. So take your pick. Do you want to spend $4 or do you want to spend $16? We all know Hoola by Benefit is not a new product by any means, shape, or form, but I couldn't resist putting it in this video because it is a cult favorite. Hoola retails for $30. I do think that's crazy, but I hit pan on it. I love it. I purchased it time and time again, but I do have a spot on color dupe and also formula dupe for Hoola by Benefit, and I'm talking about the Sun Obsession Sculpting Bronzer in the shade Major by Collab. If you guys didn't know, Collab is a makeup line that I help co-create alongside 7 other beauty influencers, and what I love about this bronzer is that it is affordable. This one retails for $11.99 compared to Hoola. That's an $18 difference, and I would much rather spend $18 on an exact color and formula dupe than $30 any day. I love that this bronzer is extremely matte, so it's not going to give off any shine or shimmer or anything like that. It's amazing in formula. I do also want to note that both bronzers are extremely finely milled and they blend seamlessly into the skin. So if you want to save a little bit of coin, definitely check out this bronzer by Collab. You can pick it up at Sally beauty stores. If you guys know anything about me, you know I love a good nude lipstick. And one of my personal favorites is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Stark Naked. Now, if you didn't know, Vice lipsticks do retail for $18, and it breaks my heart every time I go in there and spend $18 on a lipstick. Sometimes I do it, but sometimes I really just can't justify the price point. So I went through my collection and I found a spot on dupe for Stark Naked by Urban Decay. Now, this is by Colourpop. This is one of of their Luxe lipsticks in the shade What's Your Sign. Now this lipstick was created by Kathleen Lights in collaboration with Colourpop, so I think that is pretty dope. It is a really beautiful light nude, and I will say that this is my first time trying any Colourpop Luxe lipsticks, and they are extremely pigmented and they're super rich in color. They glide on the lips so nicely. I am actually wearing it right now underneath a gloss, and I think it is beautiful. Now, in comparison to the Vice lipstick, there really is no big difference. Like, spot on dupe, and I can't even really believe that they are exactly the same. Both formulas give off rich color payoff. It's almost insane to even think about the price difference between these two is $11. So I would definitely be checking out more of the Luxe lipsticks by Colourpop to see if I can find any more Vice lipstick dupes from Urban Decay. I already know the world is quaking with this next one. I did find a very similar dupe for the Desi x Katy Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Over the Top. And I know that's crazy to even think about because they just brought this back. This does retail for $17. $17 for a gloss. Again, that's kind of pricey. That's expensive. So I just got this in the mail. This is by e.l.f. It retails for $6, and this is a part of their brand new Modern Metals collection. Let me just say, in comparison to the one by Desi and Katy from Dose of Colors, it pretty much is a dupe. The only thing I will say that's different about the two is that the one from Dose of Colors leans a little bit more bronze, whereas the one from e.l.f. leans a little bit more peachy. Nonetheless, they do the exact same thing. When applied to the lips, they look extremely juicy and wet. They really just shine like no other. I will say that the one from e.l.f. has a little bit more glitter to it, but it's not gritty or anything like that. They're both extremely moisturizing on the lips. I'm actually wearing the one from e.l.f. right now. I mean, I don't blame you if you only want to spend $6. I only want to spend $6. Save all your coins. I do have an eyeshadow dupe to share with you guys. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that it's extremely hard to dupe an eyeshadow palette because odds are, if it's not like a spot on copy, they're not gonna have the exact same color story. So as you guys all know, everybody kind of had very mixed feelings about ABH Subculture simply because this shadow palette, while it has a very beautiful color story, they're so softly packed that they are almost impossible to blend onto the eyelids without you getting a ton of fallout. Also, some of the shades oxidize, so the shades that are in the pan don't show up how they would on your eye when they're blended out. So that was a little bit unfortunate. I didn't love this palette as much as I thought I would simply because of those reasons, but I was in Ulta recently and I was kind of like browsing their new launches, and I came across this palette right here by NYX. This is the Machinist Grind palette, a part of like their Halloween collection, I want to say, and I felt like this was a very good dupe for that of the ABH palette. As you can see, in comparison, the shades are very similar. The only real differences here is that within the ABH palette, you do get a total of 14 shades. You get 11 mattes and 3 shimmers, whereas in the NYX palette, you get 12 shades, 7 mattes, and 5 shimmers. I will also say that the ABH formula is completely different than that of NYX, but we do have very similar shades in here. I do think that this is a really good buy considering it is $25. I do think $25 for a 12 pan palette is pretty expensive for the drugstore, but for comparing it to the ABH Subculture palette, the price difference is $17. So if you want a very similar color story, I definitely recommend peeping out this palette right here by NYX. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my dupes video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any other dupe recommendations, be sure to comment them down below. Let's spread the love. Let's spread the information actually, because I love finding out about new dupes, and I know a lot of other people like finding out about new dupes as well. Don't forget to check out Lizzie's video from What Would Lizzie Do. I have it linked down below in the description. She's filming a video all about her top drugstore products, so you're definitely gonna want to watch that after you watch this video. If you guys still have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, and also click the bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 3 times a week, every single week. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces. intro of the outro, where I get a little bit weird. Honestly, it's so freaking hot in here. I'm like sweating. I don't even know why I'm wearing a turtleneck long sleeve, bitch. I live in Florida. It is hot all year round. But anyways, subscribe right here if you guys haven't already, and also don't forget to check out some of my other videos right here. Odds are if you guys like this video, you're gonna like some of my other ones. Trust me. It's time for me to go to bed. I don't even think you guys understand. It's 3 a.m. Good night.